The ultimate revenge was just served under the bright lights of the Miami Open, and the tension was so thick you could barely breathe. Today we are breaking down the absolute war between Coco Gauff and Belinda Bencic, uncovering the fierce locker room drama that fueled this bitter rivalry and revealing how Gauff just made tennis history in front of her home crowd. But stick around because the brilliant tactical adjustment Gauff made in the third set exposes a master strategy that changes everything we know about her chances of winning this entire tournament. This was not just a regular tennis match. This was a deeply personal battle of pure willpower and survival. If you remember what happened exactly 6 months ago at the China Open in Beijing, you know that these two players have some serious unresolved history. Back in Beijing, things got incredibly heated at the net. Bencic was furious with the noise coming from the Gauff coaching camp and literally told them to shut up. She yelled that no one was talking to them and the umpires had to step in to stop the chaos. Gauff fired back, defending her team, and the bad blood has been simmering under the surface ever since. Fast forward to tonight in Miami, and the atmosphere was absolutely electric. Gauff was stepping onto the court not just to advance to the semifinals, but to send a massive message to a player who actively tried to bully her camp. Bencic came into this match looking incredibly dangerous after destroying Amanda Anisimova in straight sets, but Gauff was ready for a total war. From the very first serve, the aggression was off the charts. Gauff came out swinging massive forehands and dictating the pace of the heavy baseline rallies. Bencic is a phenomenal ball striker who loves to take the ball early and rob her opponents of time. But Gauff was playing like an absolute defensive wall. She tracked down every single ball and forced the Swiss player to hit one extra shot every single time. The Miami humidity was suffocating, but Gauff used the heavy conditions perfectly. This constant suffocating pressure completely broke Bencic in the opening set. Gauff found the crucial break of serve and rode that massive wave of momentum all the way to a 6-3 finish in the first set. The stadium was absolutely roaring for the local Florida hero, and it felt like Gauff was going to run away with an easy straight sets victory to secure her spot in the semifinals. But if you watch professional tennis, you know that Belinda Bencic is a dangerous fighter who never backs down from a corner. In the second set, the entire dynamic of the match violently shifted. Bencic suddenly found her range and started painting the lines with terrifying accuracy. She stopped trying to overpower the American and instead started using short angles, taking the pace off the ball to completely disrupt the rhythm. Gauff, who has been battling a lingering arm injury since her retirement at Indian Wells, suddenly looked flat-footed and frustrated. Her first serve percentage plummeted, and she started making uncharacteristic, unforced errors. Bencic capitalized on this hesitation, instantly showing no mercy. She broke Gauff early, and then completely steamrolled through the set, taking it 6-1 in a shocking turn of events. The Miami crowd went completely silent as Bencic swaggered back to her bench, looking like she had entirely cracked the code. This brings us to the ultimate question of mental toughness. Tell me in the comments right now, do you think Coco Gauff has the strongest mental game on the women's tour, or does she still let her emotions control her when her back is against the wall? Going into the final set, the pressure was suffocating. Gauff has been dragged into grueling 3-set battles in every single match she has played at this tournament. Her body is exhausted, and the lingering doubts from her injury could have easily destroyed her focus. But true champions are made in the absolute darkest moments. Gauff stepped back onto the court for the third set, and you could see the fire reignited in her eyes. She abandoned the passive baseline rallying that cost her the second set and started aggressively attacking the net. Ironically, Gauff admitted earlier in the week that she saw a post on social media telling her to volley more, and she actually took the advice to heart. This was a brilliant tactical pivot. Bencic was expecting deep, heavy ground strokes, but Gauff started moving forward, cutting off the angles and putting immense pressure on the passing shots. The strategy worked flawlessly and caught Bencic completely off guard. Gauff broke the Swiss serve early in the third set, and the stadium completely erupted. The energy from the American fans poured down onto the court, and you could see Bencic getting visibly rattled by the sheer volume of the crowd. Gauff held her nerve, hitting massive first serves when she needed them the most. She closed out the final set 6-3, falling back in pure relief and exhaustion after securing the win. With this unbelievable victory, Coco Gauff has just cemented her name in the history books forever. At just 22 years old, she has now completed the career sweep of reaching the quarterfinals or better at all 10 current WTA 1000 events. She is one of the youngest players in the history of the sport to achieve this incredible milestone. Miami was the only missing piece of the puzzle, and she claimed it in the most dramatic way possible against a bitter rival. This win proves that Gauff is no longer just a rising star, she is a bona fide superstar who can grind out ugly wins when her best tennis is not working. Lareum is your absolute ultimate destination for the raw, unfiltered truth behind the professional tennis tour. We do not just read the boring scorelines to you, we bring you the real story, the deep analysis, and the locker room gossip you cannot find anywhere else. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right now and join the Lareum family, so you never miss a single update from the tour. Stay passionate, stay engaged with the sport you love, and we will see you in the next video.